Hi guys, Kelvin here. Ever since that whole Hodlnaut shenanigans, I've been spending quite a bit of time thinking over the past few days. Stuff like, could I have prevented this? What could I have done better? And what should I do going forward? Because I know some of you guys were introduced to Hodlnaut through my videos. And it's not just Hodlnaut, right? Even for Celsius and Group Protocol, which all went down. Yes, even though there's this whole we are responsible for doing our own due diligence thing, I still feel bad for even introducing these platforms to you guys. So if you have lost money from this, I'm sorry that you have to go through this. I've also lost a fair amount myself, and I know how stressful it must be to lose money or even your life savings. I don't think this should ever happen to anyone. And yes, even my fan base on Hardware Zone, because by rights, we should be investing to make money, not lose money, yeah? That's always been the main goal of this channel, to help you make money, save money, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's first address the elephant in the room. Why did I introduce Hodlnaut to you guys? Many people think that the reason is because I get to earn money for promoting Hodlnaut. Like, he only cares about his referral fees. They only care about their views and income, not your personal wealth and finance. Actually, that's not the case. In fact, Hodlnaut pays very little when compared to other platforms. Hodlnaut pays 25 USDC per referral, while Mumu pays $50 per referral, Tiger gives $88. So if you want to talk about fees, I have very little incentive to talk about them. Then of course, you can say that I'm adding more income streams. Yes, that's true. But you and I know that the risk of Hodlnaut going down is way higher than any of these platforms. So again, there's very little incentive to promote them. If I wanted to earn a ton of fees, there are plenty of platforms for me to promote. Like literally, every day people will come to ask me to promote their stuff. Like what? Hodler and many other crypto projects and brokerages. If I'm greedy for fees, I would have reviewed every single one of these platforms and asked you to sign up already. But I didn't. So fee is not my motivating factor. To me, reputation has way more value than just some fees, yeah? So why did I promote Hodlnaut? The simple answer is because I'm using it myself. And I thought that it would benefit you guys too. Not just Hodlnaut, I was also using Celsius and Anchor. I've done my due diligence, put my money in, and only after that, I only dare to talk about these platforms. For example, in Hodlnaut's case, I started transferring a bit of Bitcoin over to Hodlnaut in June, test them for a while, research a bit more. Then, when I'm more confident that they look alright, I transferred more cryptos in. After that, I only started talking about Hodlnaut in July. Over the course of using Hodlnaut, I think I have about 30k to 50k worth of cryptos in there. So that's how much skin in the game I have. Now, let me share some due diligence that I did. I know that saying all that now totally sounds like excuses. So if you think I'm talking nonsense or don't understand what I'm talking about, just close this video and watch other stuff that are more useful to you. Anyway, about Hodlnaut, I don't remember how I stumbled upon them. All I knew was that the founders were from Singapore. You won't see their team page now, but the CEO is from Singapore. And I had a friend who worked with him before, so I thought that the CEO is the kind that would not try to do funny stuff. Spoiler alert, he did funny stuff. Then late last year, I saw this review by Angry Husky Dev, and I felt that all these were real concerns. So I went and interviewed them to try to find out if there's any potential issues. And somehow, their answers convinced me that they were alright. This is what they said.
This is how it works. You are institution A and you want to come and borrow crypto for us because you run a crypto exchange and you want to borrow crypto for us to actually fund your crypto exchange so that people can come to our exchange to do trading. Let's say you want to borrow 100 BTC from us, right? You need to have actually more than 100 BTC, right? To act as collateral against that 100 BTC they borrow from us. That collateral, right, would actually be in our possession itself. No longer in your possession anymore. Let's say, say your company fails and then you default on your loan. We will still have that collateral and it will not become worthless. That collateral will then be used to repurchase the funds that have been lost, and that will actually ensure business continuity.
Then on their FAQ page, which they've now hidden, they mentioned that they have incredibly stringent capital requirements of their counterparties. So I thought, if they only loan to people who pass their strict requirements and have collaterals on hand, by rights, there should be safe rights if safe already won't close shop law. So everything went on until June this year, where I saw a tweet by Fatman saying that Hodlnaut had exposure towards UST, and they didn't disclose this. Hodlnaut's CEO denied this, saying that Hodlnaut didn't purchase any UST but was bought by the borrower. Further digging showed that there were allegations that Fatman was making things up in the past just for self-interest. So, who to believe? I figured the best way, or the worst way I now realize, is to ask Hodlnaut themselves. In a chat, someone said that I wanted to help clear Hodlnaut's name. So, let me show you something. This was my message to Hodlnaut. I showed a tweet saying that Hodlnaut has issues, then asked, one thing that you can help is clarify whether this is true or not, which according to them, everything was alright. Now, if I'm going to ask Hodlnaut for info, of course I'm going to tell them that I want to help them, not sabo them, right? So that's why I use the word help. So now, I still have no idea who to believe, Fatman or Hodlnaut. By then, Celsius and Anchor had collapsed, and I took on quite a big loss. On Celsius, I had about 5k plus stuck in it. It was originally higher before the crash. On Anchor, I managed to withdraw during the crash, but still took quite a bit of loss, around 5 to 10k. And with other crypto platforms collapsing, like Voyager, 3 Arrows Capital, BlockFi, I felt that I wasn't comfortable with the risk anymore. So I decided to withdraw from Hodlnaut and made a post to warn people not to leave their cryptos online. And that's my biggest mistake. I didn't realize that YouTube posts were not able to reach everyone. Looking back, I should have made a video like what Josh Tan did instead. I think it's easy to come in and say this aged well after all the platforms have collapsed. But it's not easy to tell when you have different facts from different sources, especially when you have done all the due diligence that you can. You thought that your thesis is alright, you thought you knew about all the risks, and you believe that the company is safe and honest. Now, Hodlnaut has said that there will be updates next week, but I don't have high hopes for them. Yes, they've once said that they will take on the loss by paying users from their equity funds. But there are rumors that Hodlnaut asked their employees to withdraw 2 weeks prior to this incident, and there are rumors that the reason Hodlnaut halted withdrawals is due to same trade, which is another shenanigans altogether. So things definitely don't look good for them. Going forward, what's my plan? Actually, I'm unsure, because the idea for this whole channel is to share my thoughts, my investing journey, and be transparent with you guys. That's why I thought about Hodlnaut or Celsius in the first place, because I'm using them. I felt that having a skin in the game, doing my due diligence, and warning you guys about the risk is good enough. In the video, I even said this: if you use Hodlnaut, the only thing we can do is just to trust them and pray nothing bad happens. Meet Kelvin has a video expressing his concerns at crypto lending. I'll put the link down below if you want to watch it. Just in case you think that MAS will save you, no. If you lose money from dealing with digital tokens that are not products regulated by MAS, MAS won't be able to help you. So when using high interest crypto accounts, keep in mind that this kind of risk exists. But apparently, many people treat the warnings like a terms and conditions thing, where you tick but never read. So I don't know. Then here's my plan for my cryptos. I've already transferred my Bitcoin and Ethereum to a ledger, which is much safer. Consider getting it if you want to keep your cryptos safe. By now, you should know that no platforms are safe, including those platforms that have MAS license, like CoinHako, Crypto.com. No platforms are 100% safe. Next week, I also plan to make a video to teach you guys how to use a ledger. For my other cryptos like Solana and Cardano, I have left it in official DeFi wallets to stake. But for YouTube, I have no idea what's a good plan. Do you still want me to cover those crypto platforms that I'm using? Or just shut up even though I'm using it for myself? Probably it's better not to share those for everyone's sake. But do comment down below and let me know what you think. Anyway, that's all for this video. Let's see what happens to Hodlnaut next week. Stay safe.